Today's the day that Yamaha has announced a new MODX-M range of keyboard synthesizers, and I'm joined in the studio by Luke Juby, who's a multi-instrumentalist, session musician and stage performer. Luke's a phenomenal keyboard player and has worked with Delta Goodrem, Olly Murs, Paul McCartney, Liberty X, Westlife, Kelly Clarkson, and the list just goes on. Luke's been a Yamaha artist for many years, and I'm going to discuss the MODX-M with him, what's new and how it can be used on stage and in the studio. We'll also be demonstrating some of the most popular sounds that this new keyboard can produce. Now, as well as being great instruments in their own right, the previous generation MODX models have become one of the most popular second keyboards that you'll see being played on stage to add a massive palette of sounds above a stage piano. But something tells me that this new MODX-M takes the range to places that the original models would never have reached, and it might well become the keyboard of choice for many gigging musicians. This new range is fully compatible with the flagship Montage M, so if the price tag of the Montage feels a bit out of reach, you might find that the MODX-M series is more within your budget and offers a large proportion of the same sounds and functionality at a much lower price point. As always, you can see and touch and play the MODX-M range in a Bonner's store, including Sussex, Milton Keynes and Newcastle, and there's no appointment needed. As this is a brand new product, please contact us first to check that the MODX-M is available at your local branch before travelling. We also offer great trade-in deals, so get in touch if you want to upgrade your existing keyboard. So now let's meet Luke and take a look and listen to the new MODX-M. We've got to remember then, is it MODX, MODX?
Yeah, I know, yeah. Well, that's the thing, because I think I got in trouble for that as well.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, so MODX.
When you look for a new keyboard, what do you look for?
For me, like controllers, so the amount of things you can get at quickly. Compatibility with, I mean, I still use like other software and things as well, so that could be quite cool. And obviously this has got USB and all that sort of stuff going straight into that. Controllers as well, hands-on, but also I use a lot of feet stuff as well.
Right.
And so that this has got that power.
It's got an awful lot more sliders, hasn't it, than the previous model?
Yeah, so, and also, because I only got this a couple of days ago. Yeah. With like one PDF sheet. So part of me, I've been looking at it going, oh my God, that's good. And I've been texting Steve from Yamaha going, Steve, can it do this? And then a bit later I go, it can do that. Steve, it can do that. So it's been quite good fun. But not only has it got the sliders here, but I think it's in the CK range. Do you know that one?
Yes, yeah.
They've got like lots of LEDs and colours involved. And so on the old one, it was just a slider. But now the sliders have got like colour behind them. And so that actually shows which parts are actually there. So you're not going to go, oh, I'm going to do 8 because there's nothing on 8.
Right, okay, yeah.
And for example, if I then come in and I do switch here, now we're on the audio going in, the colour changes. So I now know that I'm on my audio inputs.
As opposed to the keyboard's own parts, yeah. Do you know what I've found is that more MODX have been used as like top keyboards. A lot of people have a stage piano, and then because these are so lightweight, it's probably the most popular second keyboard for keyboard players on. Certainly, if you look on the forums for keyboard players in cover bands and all this, they are so popular.
I carried this in on my own.
Yeah.
In the cardboard box with all the polystyrene, so it's bulky.
And this is the weighted keyboard as well, isn't it? This is the full 88 note. So I think there's going to be a lot of people interested in this because the original MODX and the MODX Plus, as like I say, has been one of the most popular keyboards. I mean, they're great value for money, very, very lightweight, and really, really good sound. So I mean, because you're getting flagship quality sounds, aren't you, for half the price, really?
Yeah. I mean, you've always got that choice, I think, of getting like a 6 because you've got a great piano already at home that you can plug in, or you get the 8 and you control everything around it as well. So if you want to put the sounds on the top and have it, other things working with you.
But I tell you what, why don't let's just play some sounds and then we can get into the detail. Yeah,
cool.
Well, look, I'm sure there's lots of people who are going to be watching this video because they're thinking of upgrading from one of the old models to the new ones. Yeah. So I just happen to have here a MODX-6 Plus. So I just thought it'd be interesting to compare the panels because the new one's got so much more, hasn't it? So many more controllers. Do you want to talk us through what the main differences are?
Yeah, well, so in my sort of time, I've had MODXs at home. I've had the old Montages at home. I got the Montage M when it first came out for like a few days, and I was like just getting into it, and then it just went off to someone else. So I'm quite sort of like amazed how much of the Montage M is in here, and how many sort of like great things that have improved from this as well. Often you can look around and you can see anything in red, and it's ways to get to another thing using the shift key and jumping to stuff.
Okay.
So to jump to screens that might be sort of showing like your effects and things, it's just so much easier and quicker.
Is that a general rule of thumb that if it's red, it's got a shift function?
Yeah. Right. So there's red underneath it, and you can jump to that. So for example, I can do shift control.
Yeah.
And now anything I move, if I move this, we jump to the mod wheel, and what is programmed to it, which happens to be nothing on this one, which is annoying. If I do this, move the assignable, it will tell me what's on the assignable. Again,
that makes it
choosing bad stuff.
But it makes it much easier because there are menus on top of menus on top of menus, aren't there? So that's great.
I mean, the Montage and the MODX series are just so good because you can do anything. Yeah. Like if you want to try and get around something, there's a way to do it. Yeah. And the other series like the CPs and stuff are great for hands-on, but there are pages and pages. So once you know what you're doing, but this actually makes it far easier to jump.
Much easier. Yes, and I've just that's. Forgive my ignorance, but that is new, isn't it? Because that's not on the old.
Not on the MODX. No. It is on the M.
It's on the M. Yeah.
Montage M. Yeah.
Yeah.
So over here we've got a keyboard hold, which is like the old school analog.
Love that. Yeah.
Hold down the chord, let the arpeggiators do stuff, play with things.
Yes.
I mean, literally just. So.
Yeah.
And I can do.
Yeah, great.
Cool. You might notice there, these sort of screens pop up now as well. It's like a little bit like the Montage M second screen. So then I just went to cut off just to bring in.
It just popped up automatically, didn't it?
Yeah, and you actually get a nice visualize sort of thing of what's going on. Portamento.
Yeah.
And time dedicated.
Let's push
which
this
isn't
back
here.
on the shot again. Yeah.
So we've got the master volume obviously, and then we've got the analog to digital in. Which you can chuck through effects going in as well, like you can in the MODX Plus and Montage and stuff. You've got the assignables, which were there before. Nice mod. These wheels got made better on the Plus.
Okay, I hadn't noticed that.
But I actually feel like all the hardware just feels, quite quality and stuff.
Actually, those knobs they're the same as the Montage, aren't they?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because look, if you compare that with those, these are actually like the Yamaha sort of PSR series knobs. The lower cost keyboard knobs. That's actually better quality, I think.
Up and down as well. Yeah. So in the past, you had to just keep going through and back round.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is nice. You've got the assignable. So these are still, we've got 4 of these still, but we boosted up to 8 here, which is great for the parts.
Yes.
Volumes, things like that. But you've also got the ability to, say you're doing like a rotary organ.
Yeah.
You've got 8 drawbars now, which you can get in.
Yes. Yeah.
And as I mentioned earlier, I think these colours behind are just really handy to see what parts are being used. And now this is just 4 parts being used. Yeah,
just to remind me, how many parts makes up a sound or a patch in a MODX? Is it 8? Is it 8 parts you can layer together?
So there's so many. It's like it goes up to there's 16 parts you can put in.
Can you have 16 active all at the same time then?
Yes. So inside each of the sounds, you have a certain amount of elements you can have, and in the MODX Plus, it was 8.
Yeah.
And this is now 128, which is the same.
Same Montage M. Yeah. Yeah.
So
but from your basic keyboard player level, you can layer 16 sounds together, but
Yeah.
But you're saying each one of those sounds could actually have 128
if it's
elements.
like AWM too.
Yes.
But that probably gets onto the engines.
Yes.
So like the MODX Plus, it's got AWM2, which is your classic, I'm going to sample a sound, a beautiful piano in a room.
Yeah.
And I'm going to sample each of the notes at all different volumes, and then I'm going to add effects, and I'm going to add some like sparkling sort of stuff and make things like string resonances and all that sort of things.
Yeah.
But ultimately it starts from recording a guy playing a trumpet or a girl playing a trumpet. And that gives you all the real string sounds, the real piano sounds, the sort of brass sounds, all those.
Yes.
And then also in both of these, you've got the FMX.
Yeah.
And it's just classic sounds, and they're coming right back as well. I've got a DX7 at home, and it kind of like, sometimes you play a sound, you go, oh, it's quite thin, it doesn't really sound great. Stick it in the track, you go, oh my God, it sounds like this, and it sounds, stick a bit of like reverb on it, or stick a bit of chorus on it, and suddenly these sounds get huge. And it's the Phil Collins type electric pianos.
Yes.
But notoriously very hard to program.
Yeah.
And the original DX7 had like 6 operators, as they call it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like the oscillators in analog.
Yeah.
And each operator like affects the next one, and you can change all the sort of patterns and stuff. I mean, FM is crazy stuff. But it was very hard to program, because you might have to say, to change the attack, you might have to put in a second operator that had a different attack on it and things. But now in this, you can actually, and on the Montage M, you can actually go in and change like the attack of an FM sound
without having to change the operators. You just
it does it for you.
Right. Great. Okay.
And they've also got a thing called Smart Morph as well, which is wicked, because you can find a sound that no one else will ever find, where you get a couple of FM sounds and you're basically merging them, and then it brings up a big sort of like nice window, and you just plot on a graph. Some of the sounds would be completely useless, and you could never, and every now and then you find an absolute gem.
Right, something give you a bit more
but
inspiration.
no one's going to have it.
You never get. Yeah, yeah. Also, I noticed that I read the specs. This is 8 operator, whereas the DX7 was 6, wasn't it? So,
which is the same as the Montage M, and it's 128 note polyphony as well. So the same as the Montage M.
And then what's the other?
So that's the new one.
Generator.
So that's the ANX.
Yes.
Which is like an analog, like going back to the subtractive synthesis. It's a very different sound, sort of bringing up like the CS80, you know, like.
Actually, Yamaha had a keyboard called the AN1X, didn't they? Which was
1997, I think.
Oh, yeah.
It's only because I watched a video the other day with.
Oh, did you?
And
Right,
Steve corrected
okay,
someone.
yes.
Is it 97? I think the AN1X.
We've got Steve from Yamaha here. You can't see him.
Hello.
In fact, we can't see him either.
No.
it's just a voice. But yeah, that was. Do you know what? It's a great keyboard, and they're really popular now. You know, trying to find those on the second-hand market, it's really difficult. You know, but
I had the.
great sound.
I still got the EX5.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. Yeah.
Oh, what a keyboard.
Yeah,
I
great
mean,
keyboard. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the first of their workstations, really. I think
They had
Yamaha.
everything in it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really good. I'm going to move this out. Well, I think we've compared that. We've got a bit more.
So there's more scenes as well now.
Yeah.
And scenes are so cool for jumping
Yes.
around. So within a sound, you can mute things.
Just recapping, it's 16 parts
Yeah.
in a scene, and these allow you to
So
switch.
in a performance.
So in a performance, yeah. Okay, and the scenes allow you to switch on and off those parts at will.
Yeah, or like increase like reverbs or whatever you might.
Anything basically. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
one of the beauties of the old analog synthesizers is that they weren't in tune.
Yeah.
So, and once you go past a certain point, then they're useless. But a little bit of drift is what makes things beautiful. Like, I don't know if you go back and listen to old records, but I go back every now and then, you'd hear something and you, like, might be Whitney Houston, you go, oh, she's a little, and our ears got so used to hearing perfect things.
Yeah.
And so many keyboards became perfect. And then you go back to a real piano and you go, oh, this is beautiful. But now something like, there's the CP88, there's the U1 on that, and I love that sound because it's not perfect.
Especially as you go down the bass end, yeah.
And it feels like you're playing in your grandma's home a little bit more and stuff. Yeah. And so with the AN1X in here, so you can, I'm just going to solo one part of it. So what you can do is you can, sorry, look at this properly. So you can, AN1X settings here. So there's a thing called unison. And what unison is basically you're having more than one of the polyphonies basically playing at the same time on the same note. What you get here is I've got a nice analog string sound. Yeah. Quite straight. But if I turn on unison, basically I get each note has two parts playing at the same time. And we've got a certain amount of detune going on as well, and aging and voltage drift and all these sort of things that make a, so here we've got. Yeah. And the initial hearing of that, the first time you hear it, you go, oh, that's a bit out of tune now. But then when you start to hear, so then you actually get used to it.
And it's different to chorus, isn't it?
Yeah. So, and also we can spread like left and right a little bit. So I haven't got it too much there. You could go massively and say, here we go, full on, and you start hearing it then. But let's take it back to a playable sound. So that's 2, and if I whack it up as well, I can go to 4. Obviously, if you're playing this in a mono sound as well, then you know you're going to get all 4 playing on the same note. But
oh, so you've got a 4-part unison there.
Yeah.
On
so
every
each
note.
note's got 4.
Yes.
So now if I go back and turn it all off, which is a nice sound and usable.
Sounds more authentic though, doesn't it?
So quite often, like, so when you're playing on a Leslie affected. How can I say Leslie?
Yeah, you can say Leslie. There's rotary speaker.
Yeah, when you're playing on a rotary speaker things, you play with the speed, and it's a little bit like that. I was doing something the other day, and I turned the Leslie all the way off. Yeah. And you've got this transistor thing, and then when you bring it back in, and then you start getting the Doppler effect almost. And it's a little bit like that. So you could have a sound that's very straight, and then get to the chorus, and you could subtly make it bigger and wider. Yeah. Like, have the unison spread go out, and you'll hit each speaker slightly different. Yeah.
And that's new. That's something because you could. That's the ANX engine.
Yeah. So brilliant. Anywhere near the previous MODXs.
Right. Okay.
So you get some great analog type sounds. I think there's three oscillators. You've got 2 filters, but you've got 10 to choose from. Yeah. And then pulse width, all the sort of like the very geeky areas that you could get in and get down on more than I probably know about. But
so it is a Montage M, isn't it? I mean, it's a Montage M in a cheaper form, effectively.
Yeah, and I do think actually it feels and looks more solid than even the previous MODX Plus. Yeah. I mean, the M there's still some benefits of going to the Montage where you got like, so this, the ANX is, so rather than being 16 part, it's 12 part. 12 polyphony, sorry. Yeah, and also there are 3 different keyboard options, which we've got the other 2 there, haven't we? So. Yeah, so, and also each of the keybeds has been updated and improved. Also, these are all new. Yeah. That we didn't go over that in the last one. And jumping around, there's a shift over here that we can jump to different things. So, for example, I know that if we wanted to get to like rhythm patterns, you could just jump to here, and then I could jump to envelope follow and just all sorts of things you can just get to very quickly. So yeah, it's all quite cool. So, but basically, so what we've got the shortcut
Yeah.
So say we have gone to like attack.
Yeah.
And it brings up this wicked screen now that you can see, and I can change like, you know, the decay and sustain and all this sort of that, the ADSR. But I can also jump to the actual page. So if I am on the reverbs thing, I can jump to that page, and then we get into the real nitty gritty. So you know, we said about the book and how many pages that is deep. So we've just jumped to the FX thing. Just immediately, just from being in.
So that's like a quick edit when you first get to it, but then you can tap on it and it takes you to the more parameters.
Into the really crazy.
But that's good, because sometimes you just want to just change the overall reverb depth all the time.
This will be on the fly.
Yeah, exactly. You're doing that when you're playing, can't you?
Yeah. But if you went, actually, I just want my synth to be coming in gradually, or I want the attack to be better, or even just the starting point. Then you could go, right, I want to get to my attack. I'm going to jump in here and I'm going to really get into the nitty gritty.
Right, okay. Yeah, that's new.
And also there's the filter EG as well. So
basically, whereas MODX was, so it was AWM2 and FM, this feels like it's a bit more creative because of the ANX engine as well.
Yeah. They're like, that gives you the three powerful.
Yeah.
You've got the AWM2 for your pianos, your electric pianos, all those sort of things. And again, you can add all your, it's got the virtual circuitry stuff where you can add like drives and all these sort of things that, similar to what you might have in a guitar effects.
But it all starts from a sample.
Yeah.
That's the thing, yeah.
And then you've got the DX sounds, which are the pingy 80s, and more than that. You can get really big pads and stuff now as well, and all sorts of stuff. And then the ANX gives you your analog synth in there.
Yeah.
There is also the rotary organ, the rotary speaker in here.
Yeah.
And because of the extra like faders now as well, you've got 8 drawbars effectively. So you can let's go see what we can find. So now we've got the proper. So you've got a real sort of like ability to play a little bit more drawbar-y stuff.
Yeah, actually, and that sounds like the rotary simulator sounds more like the YCs, Yamaha's YCs. Yeah. No, that's good sound, isn't it? Can I let's just have a look. And that's all on the mod.
Yeah, but you can put it at the foot. I don't know what I've got on foot.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. It's authentic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Great. So just good all round keyboard. So.
Yeah, and that's quite so. An interesting thing as well. So some of the stuff that Montage M has got that this doesn't have. For example, there's a ribbon.
Yeah.
And there's obviously there's aftertouch and poly aftertouch on the 8.
On the 8, yeah.
But this is completely compatible with the Montage M,
right?
In the sense that if you save something on the Montage M, it will load in here.
Okay.
And also the sounds in here are poly aftertouch, or they're aftertouch, but just the keyboard isn't.
Right.
So if you've got another one that is, you can get to that. But also, so here we've got. I'm not sure if the ribbon's set up for anything, but there is actually a ribbon there.
Oh, okay. Oh, so the ribbon's on the screen. Right, there you go. It's got the rotary on it. Yeah.
So then
Yeah. Okay. Right. So ribbons on the screen. Actually, I see the drawbars there as well. That's
pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can easily get around. There's lots of different like display modes and views that you can spin through, and obviously choose the one that you want to save as your main.
So when you save the performance, it remembers how your screen was set up. Yeah. It's taken MODX to a new level because of the extra. I think that analog sound generator just makes such a difference. It kind of validates it as an instrument on its own rather than being a good second keyboard. It's actually now a complete keyboard. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the fact it's compatible with Montage, so the files are actually interchangeable, aren't they?
And it goes back as well. You can go back to just the MODX Plus. You can load in. I think it even goes back to like the motifs and stuff. You can load in saved files.
Brilliant. Okay. And actually, I've just remembered ESP.
I know it's like a plugin that you can basically bring
Yes.
into Logic or bring into.
In fact, right
Cubase
behind us, this is a screenshot from ESP. So, yeah, so it enables you to build your sounds, build your performances, but even without the keyboard there, doesn't it? Yeah.
And so you can take your sound in your laptop as well.
Yeah. Modify it and then send
this
it
comes
back
out,
again.
I think, the beginning of next year
Yeah.
for the MODX.
Yes, it's already out for the Montage, isn't it? It's been out for a few months for the Montage, but for MODX. So it enables you to basically, you can basically, is it everything you can do on here?
Yeah. Oh, I'd imagine so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really, and I don't know any other manufacturer that does that. Other people have editors and things, but to actually have a standalone plugin that is your keyboard effectively that's great. That's great. Like I said to you earlier, I was in a local pub and there was a guy in there from a very famous band sitting there with his laptop building his sounds in his laptop. No keyboard there or anything. He was just getting, and that's amazing. I mean, now he could be doing that, but he'd actually have a MODX or a Montage in his laptop.
That's madness.
But you only get that. You have to buy the keyboard to get the license for the software. You can't buy the software on its own.
Like a lot of Yamaha stuff, it's also got the audio interface in here.
Yeah.
And up to 5 stereo outs, I think, and 2 in, and over USB as well. So it's really good, and you can bring the USB in and have it on the volume as well, which is really cool. So you can have your backing track or your computer playing alongside, and you can be playing along, but you can also then subtly adjust it as you're playing. Recording straight into your DAW at home.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. It's also MIDI 2.0.
Right. Okay.
Which is amazing that we've gone since 1980 whatever for being MIDI 1.0.
Yeah.
But I was looking at it earlier. So was it 128 different channels? Did you say it was?
256 MIDI channels.
Wow. So going for 16,
MIDI 2.
obviously, 256. Yeah. But also in this, a lot of the sounds was 128, so 0 to 127. And you've got to have pretty good ears to hear step.
Yeah.
But you can hear certain things, and now it's 8 times more, so 1,024.
Right. Okay.
So.
Well, actually, for recording a MIDI piano or something, then it's got much more detail.
And also, if you're doing like a filter sweep,
that's smooth as anything, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. I think it's the first MIDI 2.0 instrument I've come across. Actually, I've never seen one before.
Actually, talking about the MIDI and talking about the doors and all that stuff, again, because it's Yamaha, because they've already developed so many things, you can get to MIDI, and there can be more stuff that you can choose and change and ignore, or it's very clever. I would say that there's a really great. That's why this is new for me. Is the split as well. You can just very quickly split the keyboard up to four different parts. Well, 3 parts. Sorry. Oh, well, 4 because of the So do that real quick, and then just choose which ones you go. Which I hadn't seen that before. And it doesn't weigh anything really. I'm going to ruin your camera shot, but
it's amazing for an 88 note weighted keyboard. That's really good. But with the extra sound engines and the compatibility with Montage, it's great. I mean, it's certainly the 8 as well. What a great centerpiece for your rig. A relatively inexpensive price. So, well, look, thanks very much for bringing it in and showing it to us. And they're available from Bonners, and of course we've got upgrades, so you can part exchange your old keyboard for a new one if you want to. So if you want to upgrade your old MODX or even Montage or any other brand, just get in touch with Bonners. Do you want to play us out with some music? Let's have a listen to a few more sounds.
Okay, cool.
Great, thanks very much.
MODX.